Good morning everyone, and I hope you're having a fantastic morning so far. Now, I am going to start this video out here just simply discussing, but not really going into great detail and depth about the type of breeding we do, because I already did that in another video, so I'm just going to briefly discuss it, just because we have gained a few new subscribers, and in case you're not aware. So what started out as hobby breeding for us, because that's what we first wanted to do, was just hobby breeding. We did look at different organizations, different types of breeding, but a lot of the organizations and stuff they did, it's quite outdated. The practices and stuff they teach are very not up to date, and they're just using old practices and techniques. It just wasn't something that was gravitating to us, that really spoke to us, touched at our heartstrings, and something that we seen ourselves being a part of and doing. So we looked at just different types of breeding, and then hobby breeding, it kind of gravitated towards us. So that's where we have started out. Our base was hobby breeding. It eventually started to turn into a fulfilling and life-changing experience that we ended up continuing to educate ourselves to become more and more specialized in, especially when it came to mixed dogs, because if you're not aware, we do mixed dogs here that are the Shepsky breed between our mother and father, Kenai and Nala. That is the only dogs that we breed here in-house. All the rest here are the siblings, and the siblings, there's no inbreeding or no breeding amongst them or with other dogs. Literally, it's just the mother and father. And that is when we started to do more research on restrictive breeding, and we realized that we wanted to become more professional restrictive breeders, really educate ourselves on it, really know everything about the breed, our dogs in-house. And with restricted breeding, we only house one stud and one dam for breeding purposes. That's what restricted breeding is. It's literally that, very restricted. You only house one of both. Both parents of the puppies stay with us as well. Once the dam is retired, the stud retires as well. And when it comes to breeding, again, we do not start breeding until both parents have passed away, and it will only always remain one of both for breeding purposes. So it will only remain one stud and one dam. So one mother and one father for breeding purposes, one female, one male. This particular breeding helps to not contribute to the overpopulation of dogs. Well, it allows more control over the health of both parents and litters, along with more quality time spent with each individual puppy in each litter, because our main priority is ensuring the health and well-being of all our animals from birth until they leave with their forever family and beyond. If you do other types of breeding, that's completely your choice. If you're involved in other organizations, that is your choice. But for us, whatever it was with restricted breeding, when we read more and more on it, looked more up on about it, it just really gravitated to us, and we were like, yeah, that's the type of breeding we really want to do. We only want to have one of both in-house, and that's it. We want to do only one litter per heat cycle. That is it. We wanted all of our focus and attention to just be on that female and that male dog that are for breeding purposes. And once they are done and retired from breeding purposes, both will stay with us until they cross, like I said, the rainbow bridge. They will not be sold once they're done with breeding or anything like that. They will literally stay with us in-house. And then once they pass away, and their children who are with us here as well, once they pass away, because we did keep them, that is when we will decide to start breeding again if we so choose to. So far, with all 3 litters that we've produced, there have been 30 puppies successfully born between this mother and father dog that we have here in house, Nala and Kenai. And the first litter it was 9, second litter 10, and third litter it was 11. Ironically, that is just how it played out with the puppies. It was like one extra puppy with each litter as they went on. But all were successful, all survived, no complications, no issues with the mother, the puppies. It just all went fantastic, and we're so happy, and just our vets have been remarkable. It's just been an all-around great experience. We also knew when doing this we wanted to create a safe, warm, welcoming space for all the puppies and for the mother dog when she was pretty much nursing, and that's when we wanted to turn the dog's room into the puppy nursery. are born, they are kept indoors in a very warm, controlled humidity and temperature controlled room inside our house, and it becomes the puppy nursery. Some of you might have already seen it and some of you might not, but if you've seen the older videos, especially with the puppies, you would have seen a glimpse of the puppy nursery in a lot of those videos. For us though, no matter the dog, how big or how small, we must learn to love not just one, but love all. And that is one of my favorite things I love to say. And just to those who are adopting, we just appreciate all dogs, no matter the size, no matter if they have medical complications or things arise where they require surgery or they have a disability, anything like that. To me, they're all so precious, they're so amazing, and they're such loyal animals. There's no better feeling than when we match one of our precious pets too with their caring new owner. That to me is so rewarding with this. At first when we started this, it was extremely hard. It's still hard, and I do get very emotional and start to cry, but as time went on, it does become a little bit easier, which is something I'm kind of grateful about. When we first started breeding dogs, oh my goodness, like my heart, every time one of them left, I would just break down. I mean, hysterically cry. I wouldn't just cry and get upset, I would get hysterical. So I'm glad I'm at a place now where I'm able to be a bit more controlled with my emotions and just take a deep breath and realize that we've done everything we possibly could to ensure they go to good, loving homes. But it's why we put so much time, love, and effort into making sure these special animals receive the best home. And when we do this, we do an application. It must be completed, and viewing in person prior to all adoptions must occur. We also don't agree with shipping puppies or adopting puppies without seeing them first. All of our puppies are local. Anyone who decides to adopt through us, we make sure they're all local just in case. Now, this never has occurred, but in case down the road, because you never know if it does arise and a puppy needs to come back home, they can. It's easy, it's efficient. For us, like I said earlier, the safety and well-being of each and every one of our puppies, it's our highest priority. We've learned a lot about the process since our first pets were born back in 2021 during COVID times, and have become interested in continuing to educate as well learn all we can about safely breeding mixed breeds. We do indeed love purebred dogs as well, but a personal choice has been to focus on mixed for many wonderful reasons.